What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for stopping in. Today, I have another episode of Gear and Gadgets for you. We got a lot of cool stuff to get to, so stick around. So if you're not familiar with Gear and Gadgets, we unbox a bunch of really cool gear, all kinds of different gear, and we go over and review other gear that we've touched on in the past. And today, I got a bunch of cool stuff to unbox for you. We're going to start with the Wurkkos TS22 flashlight. I will have this and everything else linked down below in the description. And currently, a lot of these companies are running a massive sale for Black Friday. Wurkkos is one of them. On this newer flashlight here, it can be found for under $40. And if you're in the market for an affordable budget-ended flashlight, Wurkkos is one of the first companies I would put my eyes on. No question about it. They will cover you from a keychain light all the way up to and around the property style light. And this is going to kind of fit in between what I would consider a crossover flashlight from EDC to around the house. We're looking at a 4500 max turbo on the flashlight with a 191 meter throw, 21700 flashlight or battery for the flashlight, lithium ion, 5,000 milliamp hour. You can charge the battery externally in a 4-bay, 3-bay charger. And if you're not familiar with those types of chargers, I'll link a couple down below in the description. I always recommend, if you can and have the time, charge your batteries in those types of chargers. But if you don't have one of those or you don't have the time, that is okay, because they include a USB-C rechargeable port right there. It's waterproofed and does have a rubber gasket to cover it there. Your tail cap is going to be magnetic, and you have some nice O-rings. Great machining all the way around. They have a couple different colors you can choose from as well. We do have a two-way pocket clip here, going to be made out of steel. A ton of different knurling and milling all the way around this flashlight, so you'll have a nice grip on this thing when you're using it. You have a semi-cannulated bezel there, and there's your glass and bulb there. And this is going to be a side switch, and that'll let you know how much power you have based on the color of the light. Red means you need to charge it. Yellow means it's getting low and should be charged soon. Green means you have 30 to 100% left. Very easy user interface, which means how does this flashlight operate? It is very easy. You push the button, it's going to turn it on. You just hold the button down, and that'll cycle you through your major modes from moonlight to high. If you need more, the turbo at 4500, you just double tap it while the light is on, and that'll put it through to turbo, which is 4500 lumens. I think you can get there through it being off as well. So if you double click anytime, that's going to be turbo. If you triple click anytime, that's going to be strobe at 4500 lumens. Watch your eyes. Triple click, and that is going to be your strobe. And it is some nasty stuff when you start throwing 3, 4, 5,000+ lumens in a strobe feature. That is very blinding, especially at any time, but especially at night. It is extremely blinding. But Wurkkos has proven themselves to me at this point. I can speak on them. I have a dozen or more of their flashlights. I've been using them for at least 2 years, going on 2 years. And they're not just going to crap out on you after a couple weeks or a couple months. They're going to keep working for you. And on top of that, they have a really good customer service over there as well. So if you were to have an issue for whatever reason, I fully believe they would take care of you. It comes nicely packaged with a nice USB-C cord. You get instructions, and you get a wrist lanyard there with the flashlight. Moving from a highly recommendable flashlight company to another up-and-coming flashlight company, Klarus here. They are very new, and this is one of their new products. It's called the E5, and it's a little fella, but it's got a lot of capability. It's nice and thin. This is an internal built battery, so you're not going to be able to remove the battery like you can in the Wurkkos, and that is very common these days. It's going to be just a straight USB-C rechargeable. There is, I think that's the power button, and your USB-C is going to be over here. Probably waterproof. That one I didn't see, but I'm sure it is waterproof to a certain extent. You do have a pocket clip on here, which is going to make this extremely nice because you can put it down in your pocket normally, or you can flip it around outside the pocket or the belt or a t-shirt pocket or a coat. You can hang it and you can use your cob light. You can use it like a standard light as well. Let's push that back in here. And Klarus is not, just because they're new, whoever they are and whoever they're working with, they went right away to putting out immediate high quality flashlights. Immediately, the finishing work and everything. They went right from trying to figure stuff out to having stuff figured out pretty good. This is going to push out 470 lumens out of your main light there, and you're only looking at 36 grams. So this is another easy user interface. You are going to push it, and that'll put you to your last remembered mode. In this case, it's your headlight. And you can cycle through your lights by just single clicking. If you want to switch to your cob light, you just hold down on the power, and that'll switch you over to your cob light. And then here again, single clicks will get you through your different modes. And this does have the RGB popo light in it. Sorry if that's blinding. And then there's also a strobe feature, which is a double click. So a nice handy little flashlight that is extremely lightweight. I mean, this will ultimately find a use with me just because of how lightweight it is. There's times where I want to carry a flashlight, but I'm just not interested in carrying something extremely heavy. And that's a case where something like this would be very useful. I might not need the light, or I might not think I need it, and I don't want that weight, but something like this is extremely easy to put in the pocket just because of how lightweight it's really going to be. Next, we got something coming in from Comm. We got to give them a huge shout out. This is one of their new pure copper pens, and these are like, I don't know if I want to say custom, but these are custom pens, basically. They were made 500, and they will never be made again. They have this crazy topo pattern engraved into it, and if you think this looks heavy, it is heavy, guys. It is very heavy, and that's the idea. For me personally, at my desk here, I prefer a nice heavy pen like this. It just feels good to write with. I don't know what it is. When something for EDC, that's a different story, right? But for here at home and taking notes at home, this thing will be awesome. I have a steel pen that I absolutely love that is nice and heavy, and this will be perfect. Now, so that won't go on there. So this thing is beautiful. I don't know if that pocket clip is steel or if that's titanium. It's titanium. And so is the hardware. Very nice. Okay. Woo, they ain't messing around. I did see that I can't remember what it was, but it was a couple $100 what the manufacturer's suggested price was on these. Now, that's not what they're going for on Comm. I want to say these were down around 90 or $100. And that sounds like a lot, but in reality, in the pen world, much like flashlights and knives, the pen world gets very expensive. So $100 in the grand scheme of things is not much for something like this. And then there is your serial number and all the info for the pen, which is really cool. This thing is awesome. And I think they have another one too that's maybe brass. I think. I'll have County Comm linked down below, and I believe I have a coupon code for them as well. I'll have all this stuff and any coupon codes that I can find down in the description. This will be really, really nice though right here. And it's not like overly large either, like as far as even the whole package, but when it's just the pen and the writing tool, that's not too shabby at all. It's a little heavier, but not too bad. The cap is very heavy, probably half the weight of the pen. The machining is beautiful on here. But yeah, just go read the little blurb about these pens. They didn't take it lightly, and they put a lot of effort and detail into these. These won't be around forever. I think they're already getting low. There's still some left, but I think they're already getting low. I think County Comm will send those out in some of their bigger like party packages and stuff like that. So I think they're still in stock, but I think they're getting lower. Now, I want to talk about this multi-tool from Shield in here. This is called the Lie Leap, and these are very affordable. And if you don't need a plier-based multi-tool, but you want something affordable, small, and dependable, I've had one of these before, and I had two. I bought two and used the one for a year straight, and then I ended up losing it. I gave the other one away before I lost the other one. And this thing is awesome. We are looking at a nice little display of tools here. We have a straight edge blade. Might have to touch that up, but it comes with a nice straight edge there. And you might not have to. Let's see. Well, you might not have to. Yeah, that's nice. Shieldon is a knife company, so it would make sense that it's got a decent edge on it. Either way, nice little straight edge there. And these are all going to be locking via this crossbar lock here. So very nice. We are looking at a set of scissors here that are spring loaded. And you have a nice, when it closes all the way, you have a nice kind of click, which I like. It lets you know they're closed when you're cutting something. And then a nice spring there. And like I said, those will be locked up. We can put that away. How does that go? Like this. How'd that go? I don't know. Was it like that? It must have been. It was like that. Quit fooling around, guys. And then we got a couple tools here on the end. We have a little serrated type wood saw deal there. You know, if you had to cut like a little twig or something, might work. Might come in handy. Or you just got into something you don't want to put your knife blade into. We have a can opener, bottle opener, and mini slotted deal there. And then a 2D Phillips head there with a crosscut file on the back end of that. Is this going to be extremely premium and all that sort of thing? No, it's not. But this will get the job done. If you need something cheap, affordable, and very small, this will. I had one. I used it for a while. And it held up great. Nothing, no issues. And like I said, Shieldon's a reputable knife company, and they do a great job. And then there's a spot here if you want to put a little lanyard on it or lash it to a set of keychains, and then it'll come in that simple box there. Nextly, I want to talk about a knife, since we are a knife channel. This knife, the Petrified Fish Tunny, guys. This thing is amazing. If you like a little bit larger folder, you're looking for a more affordable knife and you like large knives, highly recommend looking at this thing. Getting 14C 28N steel, which is a great stainless steel. Nice drop point blade with a satin finish. It looks great. We have a fuller that can be used on both sides for thumb and reverse flicks. And then you do have a rear flipper tab as well. And then you also have good access to your liner with a chamfer. This beautiful butterscotch micarta, natural butterscotch looking micarta. It's not natural. I mean, it looks natural, but the natural we've been accustomed to is a little bit darker brown. This looks really good, guys. It feels really good. I raved about it in the unboxing. We have a deep carry clip that's recessed and going to be right-hand carry only. Nice big lanyard hole and a G10 backspacer. And the cherry on top, this knife is like right around 50 bucks. This is, if you're looking for a full-size knife, this is the first knife right now that I would look at if you're looking around that $50 price range. I would go right to the Petrified Fish Tunny, no question about it. I'll have all this stuff linked down below in the description if anything finds your interest pique. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down in the comments. I will try to help you the best that I can. If you're new to the channel, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content. I'll put a couple of new videos up on your screen. Go check one of them out. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button before you click off. Have yourself an awesome day. I love y'all. Thank you. I will catch you on the next one.